Okay, so for this one, I asked you to find the area and the perimeter. So let's start out with the area. So to find area on this one, I'm going to have to create a rectangle here that is how big?
20 by 22.
Careful. This is 4 inches here, so it's going to be 24 by 14. So that is what? 336, I believe. I'm going to double check because it's early in the morning and little hamster ain't quite to the wheel yet. 336. Okay. From that, I'm going to have to add this half circle, which has a radius of how much? Careful. Diameter of 14. Radius of 7. So that area is pi times 7 squared. And of course, it's a half circle. So we're going to divide by 2 or multiply by 1/2. Either way you want to look at it. So 76.93 we get there, inches squared. Now if I add those up, I have 412.93. Now of course I've got to subtract out these two. Now they're 2/4 circles, but they are the same size, which means I can just move them, put them together, and make a half circle. So what I'm subtracting out there is a half circle with radius 4. So pi times 4 squared divided by 2 is 25.12 square inches. So we subtract that out. This is going to be 387.81 square inches. Anybody get that for an area? Anybody have questions as to where that area came from? So perimeter is a lot simpler. The perimeter, I've got 20 here, 6 here, and of course another 20 on top here. Those are all my straight edges. To that I've got to add my circles. Now for perimeter, of course, I'm talking about circumference. It's pi times diameter. So for this half circle, it'll be pi times 14, and of course divided by 2 because it's only half a circle. So 3.14, I'm just going to multiply by 7 because that's 14 divided by 2. 21.98. Then over here, I'm once again going to combine my 2/4 circles to make a half circle that has a diameter of 8. So it's pi times 8 divided by 2 because it's a half circle. So pi times 8 divided by 2 is 12.56 inches. I add that all together, I am going to get 80.54, I believe. Does that look right? Yep. Okay. Anybody get that one? Am I correct in thinking we're struggling a little bit with the areas, or just silly mistakes? Okay. Oh, sure. Well, just for fun, let's throw one up here. Just for fun, of course. So we're going to do a 60-degree interior angle, or central angle here. Then let's do a 40 millimeter radius. I want to know the area of this little segment. Give you a couple minutes, see if you remember how to do that. Then I'll jump in and give you a hint or two to help you on your way if you need it. So try that. So now, of course, first thing you got to do is you're going to have to find the area of the sector, the pi wedge. How do you find that area? You find the area of the whole circle first. Pi times 40 squared, which is going to be how much? 5,024 millimeters squared. For the area of the sector, then, what do we do with that 5,024? 60 over 360. Which is going to give us 8, 3, what?
7.2.
So that is the area of the sector. Now I need to find the area of the triangle. I don't have any right angles. I only know two sides. How would I find its area? Oh. Okay, but for Hero's theorem, do I need the third side? How do I know that's 40? This is 60 degrees and these two sides are the same, right? If these two sides are the same, that means this angle and this angle have to be the same because they're opposite of equal sides. Which means they have to be 60. Because the triangle adds up to 180 degrees. Basically, if this central angle is 60 degrees, this is going to be an equilateral triangle. All three sides are the same. Did everybody catch that? That had to be 40 millimeters? No? That's what was stopping you? Do you want to...
I just put 40 squared plus 40 squared and did that way.
Oh, trying to do a squared.
So I just got like 56 point something.
Okay, but that only would work if this was a right angle here.
Right.
Yeah. Do you want a minute to finish it off quick now that you know?
No, I got it.
You got her? Okay. So then to find that area, we're going to find its perimeter, which I'm just going to do 40 times 3 because it's 40 plus 40 plus 40. So then my semi-perimeter is the 120 millimeters divided by 2, which is 60 millimeters. So now my area is going to be the semi-perimeter of 60 times 60 minus 40, and that'd be 2 more times, but since they're all the same, I'm just going to put cubed there. So that is going to be the square root of 60 times 60 minus 40 is 20, the power of 3. Gives us 692.82 millimeters squared. So now I'm going to subtract this minus this, which is going to give me 144 point what? 51 millimeters squared. Anybody get that? How many of you were on your way to that if I'd have given you more time?